welcome back to this class. So in this class, I'm going to be showing you how to add multiple transitioning. So I just head over to my CapCut. So over here, we're going to be adding multiple transition. As you can see, CapCut has transition like maybe your intro and your extro. All right, so we're going to show you. I'm going to show you how to add multiple of it in one particular video. All right, I'll just click on new video. So here I can just pick this 17 seconds video. Right now, each transition take at least, I think, 3 seconds. So first thing that you need to do is to come here, partition this your video. Each transition is 3 seconds, I guess. So I'll just go ahead and I will cut them, highlight your video. Then you see this is your split. Click on split. You're going to split your video. All right. So I'll come here. I'll split again. I'll split. Now, if you're editing your video, you don't really need to put transition everywhere, but just in case need be, all right? So you can do that, depends on what you want, okay? So if need be, you can just go ahead and add multiple transition to it. So most of these transition, you add transition in most cases when you want to say something different. You just kind of, add the transition to it. So having the idea on how to edit also matters a lot, so that you don't go ahead and be doing what you're not supposed to do. So I'm just cutting it to 2. Now we have a lot of transition here now, so I'll delete this intro of CapCut. All right, so here we have broken down all the transition into many places. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to be having 8 transition with this video. So I'll click on this first one. Now you can see as I click on the first one, you can see the beginning of this white at the end of it. All right, so any edits that I apply to these 3 seconds, any edit that I apply to this part, okay, any edit that I apply to this part is going to be 3 seconds. So after that 3 seconds, the edit is not going to apply to this other part. This is 2.1 seconds, and this other one is 2 seconds. This third one is 2 seconds as well. All right, so this first one I'm going to add an effect to it. I'll click on it, then come to effect, click on effect. Now I'll go to video effect. All right, in our last class we talked about body effect. Here we're talking about video effect. We have talked about it before, but we didn't explain the multiple transition. Okay, I'll just click on video effect. Now here you're going to pay attention. You just pick on 1 or 2. You look for the transition that you want. You can see this is a transition. I'll click on this phone drift. I'll click on it. Now it's going to load. All right, so let's play it. Now you can see only this particular transition applied to this partition that I made. So I break on the video down into 8. So each of these short videos you are seeing here now, I can add transition to each of them. All right, you might not necessarily need to add transition to all your videos. All right, you don't need to add transition to all your videos, but you only add when necessary. But for this particular tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do that, so that if you want to do yours, you only add it when necessary, okay? But for this tutorial, I'm going to add it to all the partition that I created. So I'll go over to video effect. I'll look for another transition to add to it. All right, this triplet. I'll click on this triplet. Okay, let's play that again. All right, so I already add for these 2. Now this is the third one. I'll go back to video effect. I'll click on this explosion. All right, so that's it. Let me go. This is the 4th one. I'll go back to my effect. Old TV. Click on that. Now you have your old TV. So we'll go over to the next. Go back to effect. So you can search for different kind of effect. You have classic, new. I'm looking for the one that makes sense. Okay. Alright, to make use of this is Stranger Storm. Alright, these are effects that you can add. So once we are done, we are going to go ahead and play the video. Matrix Cube. Alright, so just remaining 2 effects, then we are done with this. Alright, so I'll use this one. Okay, I think I prefer this one, quantum voltage. So just remaining this last one. So I'm also going to apply. Go to effects, video effects. Alright, so this is the last one. As you can see. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to play this video from the beginning to the end. So you're going to see the effects of what we have been doing so far. Alright, now, mind you, you know that we can actually add sound to this. Okay, you can come here and then add sound to it. So in our next class, we're going to be looking at that. Now, we're going to also make use of this particular edit. Now, we're just going to add sound each and every partition that you see. For example, this first one, let me play it. So this first one is going to have its own sound. This one is going to have this 2 seconds sound, like sound that is going to match up with the edit. All right. So in our next class, we are going to look at that. All right. So if you find this video very helpful, I want you to click on the subscription button and make sure you turn on your notification bell. I will see you in my next class.